No country in the world has as many accidents and as many fatalities as we have in India. And the very high number, somewhere between 150,000 and 200,000 people who die every year because of road accidents. Why does it happen? It shouldn't be happening. And there are a number of factors which go into it. We don't train our drivers properly. Now, we thought that the way to beat this is to use technology. The simulators have been developed and designed specifically for training people on how to drive. Then the licensing system. People should not get licenses unless they are properly trained. Having got there, then we complain that people don't observe the rules of the road and red lights and overtaking. Again, nobody's ever taught them. But once we start teaching people, somebody has to enforce this. Now, today we've seen that in fast-moving traffic, it's almost impossible for a traffic policeman, even if he wanted to stop the offender and challan him or do whatever. So how to deal with that problem? The only answer there is again technology, that you take a photograph of the offender along with a photograph of his number plate and issue a challan to him afterwards. So that's why this whole area of training people how to drive, teaching them the laws of safe driving and the rules of the road, and then licensing them to how to drive, and then to enforce the laws, all have to be done with technology. I'm very hopeful that if the system works, suddenly we'll find a change in attitude of drivers, because then they cannot get away. And the challan itself issued not by a policeman looking at the violation, but it will be linked to the violation as recorded by the camera, and the challan will be issued automatically without human intervention. And I hope that this implementation system, which is really a pilot project in the Delhi Police, if this works efficiently, then I hope state governments all over can be persuaded, including through the good efforts of the Ministry of Surface Transport, to expand this whole scheme to cover all major cities to start with. Licensing part of it especially. How do you test a driver? So there again we have made a system of testing tracks with all kinds of technology there to test the driver's ability to drive safely. A place like the UAE, getting a driving license costs a lot of money and takes a lot of time because they value road safety. Here we think, sab chalta hai. So that attitude has to change. Every state government has to become passionate about road safety.